Cleopatra, Joan of Arc, Queen Elizabeth I. The heroines of our past were determined to succeed and ruthless until the very end. Now the stage is set. The fighting spirit, courage, and strength live on as the world's greatest female poker players battle it out for a $50,000 first prize. A new Queen of Poker must be crowned. This is the Party Poker Women's World Open 2.
We've got some women players now who are absolutely fantastic players, can put most men to shame.
I want to win. I don't like losing.
Now it's serious.
I'm going to give you that one, girlie.
Come on, the spades.
Now I feel a right prat.
Jolly good.
Give me the money. Yes. This is kind of my worst nightmare.
Good evening, I'm Jesse May. This is the Party Poker Women's World Open 2. The match starts out with a celebrity heat. The winner tonight will go straight into that main draw. And I'm thrilled to be joined by a big name in poker circles, World Series of Poker champion Robert Williamson III. Good evening, Robert. Now, I know you've played in Las Vegas, but you've also played in Hollywood home games all over. You've played a lot with poker celebrities.
I sure have, Jesse, and I'm telling you right now, what we can expect tonight is going to be lots of action because they have no fear of money. They don't mind getting their chips in the middle.
Any celebrities in particular that you played with? Any women?
Played actually quite a bit with Jennifer Tilly and Shannon Elizabeth. Two tough nuts to crack.
Big names, both very good players. I think we can expect a lot of fun tonight and perhaps some very good poker. So let's meet the players.
Chips on the table, each player starting with 100,000. The yellow chips are worth 1,000. The blues are 2, the reds 5,000 apiece. You have to take all 600,000 to make it into that main draw. Straight into the action. Lucy Porter will have the button here. Blinds of 1 in 2,000. And what do you expect, Robert? Do you expect people to be playing a lot of flops early on or just sitting tight?
You know, I think we're going to see significant action early on. I think all these players, some of them have more experience than the others, but I think one thing we'll see in common is they're not going to be afraid to get their money in the middle early.
Pass. 1,000 more?
No, pass.
Pass? No raise. And no raise.
This is,
Oh, it's a good flop for Natalie.
yeah, I wonder if is she just kind of...
Forgot she had a pair? Is that what you're wondering? Uh-oh, you know what? By giving a free card on the flop, she actually gave, Kennedy has a pair now, so we might see a little action here.
It's worked perfect, hasn't it, for Natalie?
Oh, be careful the webs we weave.
You know what happens a lot. You know, celebrities, when they play poker, a lot of them, they may be a little familiar with... Oh, you said it!
Oh, this is the problem with traps. Sometimes the trap's back on you.
And one thing Emma certainly seems to have is plenty of aggression.
I don't blame her. I'd be aggressive with 2 pair, too.
Was it 12? 13.
13.
And you know what? I like the fact that she let a pot-sized bet. Try to get paid off here.
13.
No, 13.
That's a tough decision.
Well, I mean, by checking the flop, you know, Natalie has played this very deceptive. I mean, she really has to call, doesn't she? I mean, it's
Well, she doesn't
very
know,
tough.
She doesn't know where she's at in this hand because she didn't lead to start with. So, I mean, got to pay this off most likely. I can't see her folding this hand. If she can, she must know something I don't know.
Icy water.
He wants to get too involved too early, and I think
she's actually considering folding this hand. Amazingly so.
what you find with a lot of celebrity poker players, Robert, that they've played a lot of poker, but they're not so familiar with Hold'em. And when you haven't played Hold'em before, it's really tough to value your hands. What's the value of a pair?
I think probably the main thing I see with a lot of celebrity players is not knowing the size of bets to make, too, a lot of times.
To raise, it has to go up by another 2,000.
Oh my gosh, she's thinking about raising.
Oh, I thought she was thinking about folding. Now she's thinking about raising.
To be 26.
I'll tell you what, that's pretty courageous.
Well, maybe she's trying to get a read here.
I'll have a look.
Just call.
Cool. Yeah.
Oh, wow. Just a call. That's smart.
Yeah. I don't see how she could have gotten away from it, really, do you?
No.
And she's going to feel a bit aggrieved.
Absolutely. As she should.
Okay then, cards over, please.
Stupidity.
Oh, she's been a little harsh on herself there.
Two-pair will take it. I mean, Emma's been a bit fortunate, but she led with aggression, and if you have that aggression, Robert, it's a pretty good trait in poker, isn't it?
That's half the battle, and six-handed poker especially. Early chip leader now, Emma Kinney.
It's easy.
I was on a poker cruise a couple years ago with Lucy, and she got up, there was a talent show, I think one of the last nights on the cruise, and she got up and did a stand-up routine making fun of all the young Scandinavian poker players. It was hysterical. She's really funny. And
I shouldn't have been this.
she's very friendly with Shelley Rubenstein, who I think will also be playing in this tournament. And sort of been
1,000 to call.
in and out of the poker world for a couple of years now.
I might raise. I'm going to
That's what I love about poker.
I don't know, she's dangerous though, isn't she?
Beat your friends, take all their money. You can always give it back if you feel
She'll
bad.
always call you.
Definitely.
She always will, won't she? Well, then we'll keep it.
If she's got an ace.
We'll chuck 5 in there, please.
Right, 6 total.
Wow.
Lucy's got a great talking game.
Oh, look at this.
And she's raised it up from the small blind with queen 6.
4,000.
Yeah, and Cheryl Baker's got a name hand. She's got the gay waiter.
Damn.
Interesting raise and interesting defend here.
Well, it seems like even though Cheryl has shown that she is going to be very difficult to bluff, everyone is going to have their turn at it. She might end up with all the chips, Cheryl.
It's starting to look like the Cheryl Baker show so far, I have to admit.
10,000.
I like this play by Lucy. She's raised it up. She's followed through. I mean, it's strong poker.
Yeah, and actually she could get Cheryl Baker to lay down the best hand here.
It's a great poker face, isn't it? It's the classic 10,000 against Baker after the flop.
Yeah.
I remember it from last time.
Yeah, you know that one.
Yeah.
And it didn't work that either.
I know.
Oh, she's really stuck
My
on
head's
this
telling me
one.
one thing and my heart's telling me another. I'll go with my heart and I'll...
Wow.
You know, that is the best way to play poker. Play with your heart.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Usually your first instinct's the correct one, too.
See, now Lucy's at a point now where if she goes, it's a big pot, but if she goes deeper, she's really gonna risk her stack, isn't she?
Yeah, and she'd have to make a decent-sized bet to get Cheryl Baker to lay down here. I think she's got to check.
Check it down, my friend. Check it down.
Check.
Oh,
Lucy's sick.
Lucy Porty goes, wait a minute, I played this right. I raised, then I led, and she still called.
There's 32,000 out there, and I mean, Lucy's got to ask herself if she can win this with a bet on the river, and if so, how much?
Check.
I don't blame her.
Check.
Yeah, I probably would have checked to Cheryl Porter.
I just didn't think you'd
Cheryl
come with
Baker
me.
as
I
well.
just didn't have this. Oh, she's got a pair of threes.
She's got a pair of threes. On the flop, pair of threes. Pair of threes.
I won.
Cheryl's got him again.
A pair of threes.
That's it, Baker's got the
I feel like I need to share it with you.
That's it.
When I play online, I pretend to be a man because I actually think that being a woman can sometimes hinder you. If you're a man, I think that other players assume that you're more aggressive.